11/25, regular meeting of the Goffstown Board of Selectmen. We do have one participant by phone tonight. And Josh, are you there?
I'm admitting him now.
Okay.
Let's see, hold on.
Good evening.
Evening.
Hold on. Brian, how do I share the screen I want to share?
That's like saying I made a wrong turn, am I going the right way?
So I go down to
Yep.
Teams, say not a bit. I guess stop sharing that.
There he is.
And then, okay.
Looks like an arraignment.
Yep.
Josh, can you hear us? Josh, can you hear us?
Fine.
Pardon me?
Said I can hear you just fine.
Turn him up as.
Yeah, you know what, he is up. Is there a delay?
Might be a slight delay.
Okay. So all tonight's votes will be done by a roll call vote. Please all join me in this order. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First up on the agenda is the acceptance of minutes from 11/24 public and non-public.
I'll make a motion, we accept the 11/24/25 public and non-public minutes with corrections if need be.
Second.
Motion by Mark, seconded by Jim. Any corrections or adjustments? Seeing none, I'll call for a roll call vote. Josh?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Lee.
Yes. Yes.
Motion carries. Anybody have any announcements? Because I don't have any tonight. We'll go on with town administrator's report, starting with the meeting assignments.
Thank you. At tab 4A, you have your committee meeting assignments for the next 2 weeks. Tuesday, 5:30, the Village Pedestrian Bridge Ad Hoc Committee will meet at Parks and Rec. On Tuesday at 6 p.m., Budget Committee will meet for school deliberations. Wednesday at 10 a.m., Highway Safety Committee at the Police Department. And Thursday at 7 p.m., Planning Board will meet here in this room. Next week, on Tuesday, 6 p.m., that'll be Budget Committee. They'll be getting back to deliberations on the town budget. 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday, Library Board of Trustees. Wednesday at 7 p.m., Parks and Recs Commission.
I get it.
Thursday at 6 p.m., Budget Committee at the High School Media Center again. And then 7 p.m. will be the Planning Board.
Josh, are you going to be available for planning on Thursday?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Everybody's all set with that? Go right ahead, Derek.
At your next page, you have your consent agenda. You have a employee status reports for a new hire for a per diem paramedic at fire. You have Parks and Rec. You have 3 hourly youth scorekeepers, which are new hires, and 1 youth official as a new hire. And then you have, for Town Hall, you have the hourly planning and zoning assistant. This is a temporary pay increase. You have the off-cycle Lynchville Danis Park Betterment Assessment Warrant for map 24, lot 15A-3 in the amount of $1,872.84. You have the 2025 Personnel Plan Amendment that was approved by the board on November 24th. You have the annual letter to New Hampshire Department of Safety, Division of Motor Vehicles. This is a release of any motor vehicle record involving a town vehicle. To share that information directly with our insurance provider. And then you have rights to inter on Shirley Hill Cemetery, Section S2, lots 103A and 104A.
Make a motion to approve the consensus agenda as presented this evening.
Seconded.
Motion by Mark, seconded by Richard. Any discussion? Hearing none. Josh?
Yes.
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 Motion carries.
At your next page, tab 4C, you have a request from the fire department to purchase car 2. This was originally budgeted in 2025, but was pulled out during the budget committee process last year. It was put back in to CIP and into the 2026 proposed budget, but it's pretty obvious that this is likely going to be pulled out of the 2026 budget, so the request is to use existing funds available in the 2025 fire department budget to purchase this. And you have attached to this some of the quote information, and the deputy fire chief is here to answer any questions if you have any questions.
Have we, said we have the funds in the department,
Yes.
and we paid for the paving yet, and all that's all taken care of?
So the paving was coming out of the COVID funds.
Right.
As you may recall, last year, those were approved. We still have the tower issue, the pump that we're dealing with, but Primex has reopened that claim and may possibly be paying that claim, so we're waiting to hear back from them. And then if for some reason in the next, I guess, once we get more news on the tower, if we figured that we're gonna go over and fire, there are sufficient funds in the townwide benefits line that we could pull from there for this purchase as well.
Okay, we had budgeted 35,000, was it, for the tower? Or what was it? I don't remember, I thought
I think
it
it
was.
was, for the tower, no, the tower
Pump
was like
repair.
27,000.
That's what it ended up being. I thought it was
27?
Yeah, we budgeted more than that. I think that we budgeted probably closer to 36, if I remember correctly, Peter.
Yeah, I thought it was like around 35, wasn't it? I think what was our estimate? So we should be under on that as far as that expense. And I can ask you, or I can ask the deputy, we are going to be reducing or getting rid of one and replacing it,
Yes, yes we are,
so we're not increasing the fleet at all.
correct.
Okay. Any further questions, Jim?
Is the claim, it's possible that Primex could pay the entire 36,000 or whatever it is?
There is a potential, they're re-examining based on the information they got from the vendor that did the repair. You'll see when we get to the action matrix, it started leaking when we got it back, and it's gonna be pulled back in by the vendor to have it looked at again.
Good, all right, thanks.
Okay. So let's concentrate now on the one in front of us, which is to replace car 2. We have a motion?
I'll make a motion to allow the deputy chief to expend not more than $85,500 from the remaining calendar year 2025 fire payroll, operations, and emergency management funds to cover costs related to the purchase and upfitting of a 2026 Chevy Tahoe PPV.
Second.
Any further discussion, questions? Seeing none, I'll call for a vote. Josh?
Yes.
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 Yes?
Yes. Motion carries.
Thank you. At tab 4D, you have a memo from the police chief. This is requesting authorization to continue moving forward on site evaluation and what they call light schematic design of a future police station. What you have here, there are 2 potential sites that are different that the board may wish to examine, and there's a cost of that of $5,000 per site, and then the light schematic to kind of go in a little bit more depth of what would be needed. That quote is on the second page to move forward with that. So we would use impact fees for this to continue this project and move it forward.
For a total of $45,800?
It would be that as well as the $6,000 per site on top of that. So it would be the $45,800 plus the $12,000 per site.
Oh, per site. And they can all be covered by the impact fees.
Yes.
How many sites, Derek?
2.
Any questions?
So that's all, that's on the table today. We
That's-
don't, no, we're not talking about individual lots, we're just talking about the money for the...
So I would say if you want more information on which individual lots, I would recommend that you discuss that as part of non-public.
I agree.
So if you want to, you could just, you could continue this going to non-public under land if it's a consideration, and we could talk about the specific sites under land if you'd like.
We'll do that.
Okay, we may not want to do this, two
Yep.
sites.
So moving on to the next item, under tab 4E, you have your 2025 draft encumbrance list. This is still in draft form. This was compiled on Friday. We will have the final list for the select board to approve on Monday, December 22nd. As you may be aware, appropriations as part of our operating budget lapse at the end of the year unless there is a contractual obligation for a project or purchase that hasn't yet been completed. What you have in your packet is you have the items, the first page are those out of the operating budget and broken down by each department. And then on the second page, you have those encumbrances, those purchase orders related to grants, impact fees, as well as prior year POs. And the department heads can answer any questions you might have about those. We'll likely be adding to this the Tahoe purchase that you approved a few minutes ago. We'll be adding that and any of the radio equipment that needs to be purchased for your approval.
And if we decide to do the police thing, would that go under encumbrances also?
They would go on the second page under the impact fees. So impact fees fall outside the lapse of appropriations, but we do track them
Okay.
on this, yes.
And the second line down, is that the one we were just talking about? On the second page?
On the second page, so the second, I guess it's the second matrix there, those are purchase orders through the use of impact fees. So that is LaValle, Brensinger. The encumbrances there, which total $5,945, are the first contract that they're finishing up, and then we would add on to that if the board approves to move forward with them for schematic light design.
Okay, but if the second one down, I'm talking, you have on the top of page 2.
Oh, Continental Paving?
Yes.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, that is the parking and drainage improvements at Fire Station 2. And that was part of, a portion of it was from the local fiscal recovery funds, and a portion of it were from the state local fiscal recovery funds. So that was split between those two grant funds.
Josh, did you have a chance to look at these?
I did right before the meeting a little bit.
Right. Well, we're not gonna make any decision on it, there's no really decisions to be made, it's just
No, the final
for
list.
review. Right.
Correct, it's for review, and if, between this meeting and the next meeting, if any board members have questions, please reach out with them, because we'll be bringing forward this list in 2 weeks.
Okay. Anything else, any questions? Richard, Jim, all set?
Good.
Josh is all set. Okay, we'll move on. We're gonna do, like you said, this is just for review at this time, and in 2 weeks, we'll be looking at a final, which we'll have ahead of time.
Yes.
Anything else?
No.
Motion?
You do have an action matrix in your
sorry.
packet.
Oh, there it is. Is there anybody here for public comment, by the way? I don't see anybody. So, fire tower back in service, but now it's not.
It's in service today, it's leaving tomorrow to go back down to Bulldog.
And how long do you think? You don't know?
We don't know.
Okay. Any other questions? Seeing none? Anybody got anything new you want to bring up for the board? Seeing none, we'll move on. Motion, Mark?
Motion to go in non-public session, RSA 91-A:3, and you got land and what else?
So it'd be A, compensation of a public employee, and D, land.
Second.
Motion by Mark, seconded by Jim. Roll call vote. Josh?
Yes?
Mark?
Yes.
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 That'll conclude tonight's public portion of our selectmen's meeting. For 12/8/25, we'll be going into non-public. Thank you.